Teni is just Teni. There's different versions of Teni. It depends on the one you meet. Let me love you every season. Ooh, love you with no reason. Ooh, you can share your secrets. I'll keep it safe just for you. Bye, boo. My la boo boo.
Hello and welcome. My name is Amaka Okoye. Today I'm sitting down with the vibrant and unapologetically bold Teni, also known as Makanaki, one of the most distinctive voices to come out of Nigeria's Afropop scene, from breakout hits like Case and Oyomeyo to her dynamic stage presence and fearless personality. She's built a brand that blends humor, heart, and hustle. Singer, songwriter, and entertainer extraordinaire. Get ready for an honest and energetic conversation with Teni. Hello, Teni. Such a delight to have you.
Thank you.
Thank you so very much for honoring us with this interview. And we'll go straight into the matter. So many people have different version and understanding of you, but what the world knows first and foremost is your music, and we'll start from there. One would really want to know, how did you start?
So I started music all my life as a kid, school band, and then transition to college. I just used to play music anyway. Like, music for me is a second nature. And I wake up before I go to bed in my free time. I did that in college, and then I just used to freestyle on YouTube, and I started getting fans from there. Then crossed over to Instagram, started getting fans from there as well. Did a freestyle that went viral. Before Friday went viral, I just used to be comical, just saying what I felt, and my videos just used to go viral. And then I did one freestyle Fajin that went viral in 2017. And wow, it's been up from there.
But you're also a global figure now. And with that comes with maybe some sort of pressure. Do you think that you are pressurized always to meet the standard because you're this Teni that's not just Nigeria, but in the global scene? How are you able to manage that?
I feel like now my pressure comes from me, in the sense that not pressure per se, but just my standards that I've set for myself, because the world doesn't know me like I know. So they're not allowed to set standards for me. So the standards I've set for myself, knowing my gifts and knowing what I'm capable of doing, is just the only things. Like, I have a gift from God, and then I have to be able to go back to God knowing I've done everything I could. And so that's the only case.
It's interesting, Teni, because I watched you last year when you performed, of course, at the Correctional Center, Kirikiri, one of the prisons. It's not very common that you find superstars come to perform in prisons, in places like that. And that day, you, of course, did give a world-class performance, regardless of the fact that it's the prison. And from the point of where we are standing, there are just, people don't know this side of you that is calm and that is recollected. Can you bring us into that part of you? Because I'm trying to reconcile the Teni I saw on stage and the one I see every time you're singing and so energetic, and this calm side of you. Help us reconcile that.
Well, I'm very dynamic, like you said. I have different parts of me at different times. I can be serious, I can be jovial. I can also be an introvert. I like my time, I like my space, I like to reflect. Teni is just Teni. There's different versions of Teni. It depends on the one you meet. It depends on the one you meet.
Right.
In the mood you meet her.
Right. We are so excited to meet we are seeing a difference.
I can be very calm.
Which is the one that we all do.
But we're having an interview, so I can't just come and be like, yeah.
Right. I mean, okay, so let's talk about music. You did already mention how your breakout Faji case and later you made your name beyond Nigeria. And we also talked about pressure. And you said you are here. The pressure that you have is the one that you've given yourself, not necessarily what the world thinks, because at the end of the day, it's you. But let's talk about this very beautiful song, Uyomeyo, which I learned translates to you rejoice. When you rejoice with people, when you celebrate with people, yours will come.
Yeah.
And that came from a personal experience. I mean, talk us through, what led to that, and how that makes you feel really now.
Well, Uyomeo was made again as a freestyle. Yes, on my graduation. I drove myself to graduation because I went to studio the night before my graduation. And my parents were like, come home. I was like, I'm not coming home. I want to go to the studio. And then my mom and I had a little quarrel because my mom was like, come home, it's your graduation, what are you going to do in the studio? Come spend some, they've all flown from Nigeria, my auntie's from London, everybody's from different parts of the world to make this graduation, and you're going to studio. And I just felt like my mom didn't understand my deep passion for music and how much love I have for this thing. Right, because it's music, and in the sight of Nigerian parents, you're unserious if you're doing music, right? So I was like, after all these years of trying to graduate, please you, now it's time for me to do what I love. You're telling me which music, come home, spend some time. I guess, family is important. I had my family there, but I wanted to be in the studio. So on my way to graduation, I struggled to graduate. I spent 7 years in uni, went to 4 different unis. It was tough, I was just in my thoughts and in my feelings, and I was feeling very grateful. It was just mixed emotions of me feeling grateful, like finally I'm done, and then of my mom not even understanding my love for this music. So it was just a plethora of emotions, and I just started singing because I do what I do. I sing. I sing when I'm happy. I sing when I'm sad. I sing when I'm hungry. I sing all the time. It wasn't recorded until, so I did the freestyle. I graduated in July. I recorded the main song. So the freestyle had already blown. So I recorded the main song in November. And then I dropped it on my birthday, December 23rd.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is really interesting because just before, when we were planning about this interview, my colleagues, by the way, in Berlin are your fans, and we are hoping that we'll get you again also in studio anytime you get to Berlin. I know you've just told me how Uyomeo happened, but what is your creative process? Generally, how does it hit you, and how do you take it from there?
It just comes. I swear, some songs even come complete. I don't know.
What do you mean by that?
I swear, Case came complete. Freestyled it, the verse came, the hook came, the second verse came, and the song was done. And the producer at the time, I told him, let's record this song today. He said, let's do it tomorrow. I said, tomorrow, I swear, I kid you not. I said, tomorrow might never come. And tomorrow never came. For him, somebody else did the song.
Interesting. But does that also speak to the fact that maybe it runs in your family? Your sister, Daniela, is also a talented musician. I really sometimes imagine, how do you guys do it at home? Like, here's the song singing and here's the song singing. How is it? Tell us.
So, growing up, the best time. My childhood, and I feel like that's why I love to stay childlike. I don't like to be an adult. I think adulthood is really boring. They're all very serious and very overcalculated. It's boring. But when you're a kid, it's like life is fun. You have no worries. You have no care. Teni and I used to just sing. Like, we wake up singing, go to bed singing. I didn't have the best voice. My voice used to sing like, I just had some type of weird voice. And Nini's voice was just like superb. So I used to look at Nini like, oh my God. Well, one day I hope I can sing half. Just sing half like him. And then Nini was like, you can do it. She was like, just sing from your soul. Sing like you mean it. Sing from inside. And so I started trying to sing like that. And one day I sang in the school and everyone was like clapping. I was like, oh, what? Because Nini used to tell me my voice was not good because I used to sing like. And then my other elder sister, Doing, obviously she didn't want me to feel bad. Yeah. So she used to tell me my voice was the best. I was like, man, Nini's hating that. Doing is telling me my voice is the best. Yeah, I hate her. Until she now taught me that technique and I went to school to sing and everyone was clapping. It's like, okay. And so I just used to sing. We used to sing at home. In the corridor, we'll be singing. My mom from upstairs will shout, shut up! Another person from downstairs, because we used to sing in the middle, right? Another person from downstairs will shout, Nini and Teni, shut up! Like, I kid you not. People used to be up. My brothers, like everyone in the house would just be like, oh my God. So she would sing and then I'll harmonize, or she will harmonize and I'll sing with Tejo as well. It used to be 3 of us. And Nini would teach us Celine Dion. I remember we used to sing. We'll put our head outside the window and then we'll start singing, I drove all night to get to you. Ba, 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 ba. Then she'll do, is that alright? Is that alright? That's one of the Celine Dion. That's one of the songs we sing. So we just used to sing, and everybody was just tired of us singing, and they didn't know we were going to actually pursue music. So when anyone wanted to do music, and my parents were like, they wanted her to come and work for them, I was like, don't again block your destiny. Don't mind them. Then she went to Project Fame and her career started. So my mom called me, you are influencing her, you are leading her astray. So I always tell my mom, did I lead her astray?
Or did she lead you astray?
Or was it you that wanted to lead her astray? So glory be to God.
Yeah. Shout out to Doyin, obviously, who supported you and believed that your voice was great. Because look, we would have been missing out in this gift, and that's really so beautiful. Just from your home with your sister to, out here in Nigeria and globally, So let's also talk about what you released in 2025, Speed, with the US rapper Guna. And it was a blend of, Afrobeats and trap, signaling, of course, your current sound. So what did you want the world to learn about this Teni from that record?
Move. Okay, move to where? Move, just move. As humans, we're not supposed to be static. Like, motion, made for motion, or made for movement. Movement changes a whole bunch of things. Yes, you can be static to reflect. But in life, if you want anything, you gotta move. You can't wait. Speed, go.
Yeah.
With direction, of course. But if I tell you this is what I'm going to do, I'm not waiting for you to agree with me. I've told you what I want to tell you. You either be on my time or be outside of my time. Say, move. With your ideas, move. Because the idea God has given you is giving somebody else too. Right? So if you don't move with speed and direction, obviously, you're just going to be static. And static is stagnant. Right? You gotta move.
Okay.